Welcome to Creamer Media's Resources Watch, a weekly video roundup of the events and people making and shaping the news in the mining industry. This week, PriceWaterhouseCoopers says the post-Marikana risk landscape requires an integrated stakeholder solution. Mine risk company Eunomix says the ANC shunning of South Africa's private sector is a huge mistake, and more obstacles need to be cleared following the lifting of the fracking moratorium. South African mining's post-Marikana landscape will require significant leadership and an integrated stakeholder solution, says PriceWaterhouseCoopers mining industry leader for Africa, Hein Buchman.
As you see the reporting landscape in the mining industry changing as well, more and more integrated reports come out now. More of the non-financial aspects are now subject to assurance by choice, in many cases, by many of the mining companies. And I think there's just a general awareness across a much wider risk spectrum, non-financial risks, that seems to be on the radar screen. So I think it's tracking in the right direction. Did all the stakeholders, government, labour, the community, and the company sit around the table and say, guys, this is waiting to explode. So what are we doing about it? Or was it dealt with in isolation, and perhaps as a result of that, it boiled over, with the tragic results for those individuals, for the company, for the community, and for the country at large.
Mining risk management company Eunomix warns that South Africa will pay a heavy price if it spurns the opportunity to leverage off its well-established private sector.
We have this thing, call it legacy. That's fine, it's a legacy thing. Yes, it has a bad past, but you know what? Leverage it, transform it, make it work for you and for the population. That's what we have, because we just don't have the fiscal capacity and the technical capacity to be the kind of developmental state that can pull society and growth forward. We don't. And I think pushing away the private sector right now, forcing the private sector to transform and clamping on its growth, so it's transformation at the expense of growth. It's a huge mistake, and we're going to pay a heavy price for 20, 30 years if we don't change that.
Legal advisory firm Worksman's Attorneys Director Justin Truter says that while a moratorium on hydraulic fracturing in South Africa has been lifted, fracking applicants will have additional hurdles to clear before starting operations.
Obviously, certain forms of exploration are more invasive than others, but hydraulic fracturing certainly is one of the most invasive forms of exploration. So what that means is that most of that land in the Karoo, which is zoned rural or agricultural, will first need to be rezoned to permit hydraulic fracturing.
For mining news as it breaks, stay logged onto miningweekly.com and register for our free daily newsletter.